Hi, it's K-Red. Join me on this channel as we find joy in pen and paper by creating simple drawings that anyone can do. As a police negotiator, I have learned the importance of reducing stress, and for me, that involves pen, paper, and simple patterns. Join me in a judgment-free environment to create calm from the chaos of this world and our mind. Let's get started. Good morning, everyone. It's K-Red. You've been seeing the other videos I have. I am brand new to videos, and so we are kind of learning together. And these first new videos will be a lot of me learning and figuring out how to do the lights and how to make things work and all of that. Start by picking out a few pens. As I mentioned, I think, in a previous video, I work in a stressful position and learned many years ago that I can calm down and feel a little better and reduce some of my stress some by putting some pen to paper. Just making some lines on the page. I'm going to use a nice thick pen. I'm not married exclusive to these. I can always add more in if I want to. And basically what I will do, I don't really like the way I did these lines, but we'll see if we can fill them in better as we go along. I'm going to fold my page right in half. Working on lighting. I'm also working on this noise because I like to turn my paper and I don't know how to avoid that noise. So those are the things that hopefully by the time people watch these videos, I will have worked out. So what I did is I just drew some simple areas. So now I can put a different Zentangle in each angle, or once again, I'm not, I enjoy Zentangling. I enjoy all their products. I use them. I watch them online, but I am not certified, so I am not teaching Zentangle by any means, but just little tangle shapes. So what I did is I went online to Pinterest to give me some inspiration for some little fills, and we just fill each section in with a different fill. So we'll do this one with one of my old-time favorites, and on that one, I think I'm going to use a little bit thicker pen to start with. That was a 3. I'm going to go ahead and do an 8. I did these lines in a 1, and really where they go doesn't matter. We'll hopefully fix this once I get up there and figure out what shape I'm putting in there. Maybe we can make that look a little neater. Should always remember to breathe because that is not something that I do well. But for this one, to start with, it takes a couple of thin lines that just go close to each other. And because this is a pretty big area, I like this one because it does help a little bit with the big area. And it is one that I used to like to do a lot. And it is about as easy as you can make something be. So let me see if I can bring my tablet over real quick and I can show you basically what the shape, this is just off of Pinterest, like I said, what the shape is supposed to look like. And so these are the lines that we just put in, and then we're just gonna go in and we're just gonna fill lines in between them, leaving kind of this open highlight so that in the end we can have kind of this look to it right here. So nice, simple, easy, literally a line. If you notice, the lines do, though, I'll show you one more time, have a little bit of fluidity into them, right? They're not a straight line across. They're kind of going in a wave so that it goes kind of like that type of a wave. So we're going to start over here with that from the right to the left kind of wave. I'm going to, with a pencil, so I don't mess up, decide where I'm probably going to want my highlights to be. And that will just help me. I don't like anything to be a straight line because straight lines are hard. So I don't do anything hard. So we're going to start maybe up just a little bit and do a line. Just start with a solid one to help me get my path. And then I'm going to go back up. And then from there, I'm going to go up. I'm going to skip. Notice I skipped the little pencil area. And then I'm going to go back down. And then I'm going to go back up. And I'm going to go back down. I'm getting up pretty high that time. And then we'll stop right about there. So that's going to be the first line. And I can always come back and add one below it if I want. We'll see how this works and looks. And then that. I'll probably go ahead and do another straight line. And another straight line. I want to be careful. I do tend to really like patterns. And so even when I'm not trying to, I do find that I often do a pattern. And I kind of want to be careful that I don't do that. That the only break that I want consistent in my lines is these little shaded ones. I don't know if you can even see the pencil. I'll move this up a little closer, maybe you can see the pencil. Yeah, there you can. So the only consistent break I want is in the pencil, and then we're doing these. Now I stayed in the 8, which is a complete and utter mistake. I should have switched down to a smaller pin, and I forgot. So I think what I'm going to do is just keep going at this width up in this darker pin, and then I may take a real light pin and put some lines in the middle and see if that will help cut it up a little bit. The favorite thing to me about all of this is that you can't really make a mistake. I can do something different than I originally planned, but none of it really matters what I do. So there is really no mistakes. And at the end, I don't like it, which I think on my last one you saw, I didn't like my last drawing very much at all. It doesn't matter. What matters is I put pen to paper. I practice in my life that it doesn't matter so much perfection. I watch a couple of Canadian ladies who do freezer meals, and they have a phrase that I have adopted wholeheartedly: better done than perfect. Now see, I almost kept doing a break right there, just because, like I said, I naturally like patterns. I think that's something I do like. So maybe what I could do that might be fun, because I did the dark pin here like I shouldn't have. What if I skip a big section, do the dark pin again, and then come back in the middle sections with a light pin? I wonder what that would look like. We will see. No right, no wrong, no nothing that should be, nothing that has to be. If you notice right here, I did accidentally do a line in there. I just didn't pick my pin up well when I was making the lines. So what I might do in the end, instead of leaving these white, I may go through and blacken them completely. We'll see how much that one little line bothers me. How often in our life do we have one little thing that makes us insane and causes us to quit, to fall, to be upset? And so I think it's important as I do these that I remind myself that these little mistakes are not worth being upset over, are not worth beating ourselves up over. Is we just keep trying. The only time you fail is when you stop trying. Until then, it just took longer than you expected and wanted. But the only actual failure is quitting. And if you pick yourself up, then you are not a failure. I'm gonna work on making my videos a little bit shorter. We'll see. So I might cut these videos up into each little section and see how that works. In this early experimental period of YouTube and of not just thinking my thoughts as I do these, but actually verbalizing them sometimes. I am going to now grab my eraser. And you kind of see that you have those things that went in there. I think I am going to blacken. Let me find my number one pen. My number one pen. And I don't know if you can see it. Graphic 1. I like this to fill in. The nib on this is horrible. Where's my camera? Oh, there you are. As you can see, it is bent pretty badly. I'm trying really hard not to open up my new pack and use up these pens that are probably 1.5 to 2 years old. And save my new pens for as long as possible. I think now, while I'm still early and learning and trying, it's a perfect time to use them. I prefer to pull down, so for some reason I just want this upside down to do this one, so that's what I'm going to do. Really makes no difference if it's upside down or right side up. I could still pull either way, so I don't know why. This felt more comfortable, but whatever feels comfortable is how I should do it. And way outside the line there, but that's all right. What I'm going to do there is, because I am having a little bit of trouble with the tip of the pen, I'm just going to go in with a smaller one and fill it in, because the more I'm trying to make it filled on and solid with the one size pin, ooh, way down low, okay. Right now I'm recording these on my living room table, so each time everything gets set up a little bit different, so it always takes me just a minute to kind of get used to that. I'm going to go ahead and reinforce on kind of the side of the pen so it's a little bit solider, this line, and I'm going to purposely go down just a bit there so I can have a little bit of an extra flare. I'm not liking it, but I did it, so it's there. And we'll see. As we go through and we do other of these, it's one of the ways I will clean up some of those messes. And so we will continue to do that depending on how I feel. All right, so that's this first little bottom section. We'll see when I do the editing if we end it here or if we keep going. But if we end it here, hope you all have a good day. And today we'll leave it as better done than perfect.